I'm tatocat, welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Lucid9. Previously, we're still doing some stuff at the amusement park. We found Elizabeth isn't so awful. She's still kind of awful, but less awful. And Misaki likes to drag us around and stuff. Alright, let's continue. Are you sure you want to give this to me? These bottles are expensive, you know. Isn't that why you brought me here? Well, partially, but that wasn't the only reason. I just wanted to spend some time with you since we haven't talked much lately. Besides, I feel like I'm some heartless tech addict who just used you as a tool. I can't help but smile at that. She seems to take this confirmation to unwrap the cell phone from its case. Oh, the camera resolution is a lot higher than my current phone. Why don't we take a photo together and try it out? Photo of the both of us? Camera shy, are we? Well, no, but... Misaki suddenly hooks my arm around my shoulder, pulling me close. I feel my cheek press against her as she positions her phone for a good shot. Say cheese! Unprepared, I'm temporarily blinded by the flash of light. It takes a moment before my vision comes back into focus. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize the flash was on. At least you didn't blink. As she shows me the picture, I can't help but cringe. It's high resolution, alright. You can see every detail on my face as I awkwardly wince from the flash. Misaki, however, looks as perfect as ever. I guess she really is cut out for the modeling business, isn't she? Handing Misaki back her phone, my own phone suddenly trills in my pocket. Rui's thing says, just your average girl. If you need my help for anything, just ask. Where'd you and Miki went off to? Hello? Did you forget how to use your phone? I just reported a lost child to security. We'll be waiting for you near the food court whenever you show up. Who is it? Rui. She's wondering where we went. Oh then, let's not keep her waiting. Misaki takes my hand once more as we both make our way out of the expo. When we meet back up with the group, it's apparent Rui isn't happy with me. She avoids eye contact, focusing her attention on the hot dog she's munching on. Hey. Look who decided to join us again. It's not like I was given much of a choice. I stare pointedly at Misaki, but she only grins. So, you guys up to heading somewhere else? Anywhere's fine with me, man, as long as it's fun. I shall leave the decision to you. You are the navigator of this expedition, Cap. Just lead the way and we shall follow, even to the depths of Hades. Okay then. I pull out the map and give it another skim. So many choices. All of the choices that we have. Ferris wheel. There's a Ferris wheel to our right, basic but huge, looming over the rest of the park. Heights, anyone? Heights is my middle name. No, it isn't. Either way, a Ferris wheel may be our best chance. It might calm some of us who are a little overexcited. She sends a significant glance at Akira, who is currently sprinting to and fro, wildly flapping her arms and snorting. I'm a dragon, I'm breathing fire, I'm flying, I'm a dragon. Maybe there has been too much excitement for the day. Everyone seems to look forward to taking a breather. Right, Ferris wheel it is. Rui clicks and growls a little at Akira, who clicks and growls back. Then thankfully, we head to the Ferris wheel without any more anomalies. The cars are small since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible. They're only meant to fit 2 people. Let's repair it all. Rui colors slightly at this. Everyone seems to notice. I pretend not to. I guess we are, huh? Hey, you and Cap should share a car. What makes you say that? Well, you're a pair. Why else? Akira. Well, really, if you make it such a big deal. Anyway, I'm going with Masato. She shoots a very significant look at the rest of the group. Oh, of course. Misaki, shall we? I believe we shall. And I'm with her? Her name is Irie, you know. But I'd rather go with Irie it is. What, do they think I'm blind? Well, that's settled. It looks like you have no choice but to ride in a car together. The others prance into their respective cars, leaving Rui and me in silence. That was quite possibly the most unsubtle way to get us together. No, this could have happened. They could have accidentally bumped into Rui or me, and then we bump into each other because they bumped into us. Be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that I bumped into you. Oh, since you're already next to each other, why don't you ride in a car? And then we'll say no, and then somehow they'll bump us into the car. That's more unsubtle. I'm just saying, there's more unsubtle ways. I guess we should board. Yeah. Next time I see Akira, we're going to have a little chat. It's a car. Okay. Rui and I slip into the next car, a cozy blue box with blue cushioned seats and blue doors, and blue ceilings. Dressed with white trim and white wood and white light. Rui eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out of the window. After the attendant closes our door, the Ferris wheel begins steadily to chug upwards. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling my fingers into the cushion beneath me. But I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness? Shock? I immediately move to distance myself from the alien emotion. I know, who else would be a willing victim of your verbal abuse? Hey, sometimes she's physically abusive too. Not that, you know. I feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I hadn't known that it was possible to simultaneously feel intensely cold and intensely hot. Something about her words is very discomforting, even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad, so by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid. What am I even saying? Why do you always do that? Do what? Deflect attention off of yourself. Because I'm not worth paying attention to. Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Rui care for me after all these years? Why is she the one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. complained, whined, criticized, complained some more. Who'd really want that kind of friend? I have fun when you're around. I like our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Misato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched, but I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? But it's better than killing other things. Oh, Yama. You kill other things too. Such as brain cells. It's so unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at the sudden injection of snark. We fall into silence after that breeze of humor. We resume staring out of the car window. I glance around searching for another topic. Scenery, boring. Weather, worse. Love life, bad idea. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say that's an idea. I reach my arms until they're touching either side of the car. Marie turns to me, questions weighing on her brow. What are you doing? Earthquake. Earthquake. My voice slips out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. Our car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Rui pales and clings to her cushion. Stop that. Stop what? You know, if you shake it too much, we might fall. Like this? I've been crashing to the side, slamming into the car wall with more force than I probably should. Rui squeaks, instinctively reaching for me. Don't do that, it's dangerous. What's dangerous? This? I straighten and pretend to fall again, but Rui snatches my wrist and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her. I'm barely able to catch myself against her seat. For a long moment we stay in silence. I'm looming over Rui, one hand curled on the seat by her head, the other instinctively clasped around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance I can feel her breath, short and warm, brushing against my cheek. Her eyes amber, also warm. Her hair the color of light fire. Silky, warm, everything about her. Warmth, comfort. Warmth, comfort. Love. Yama? Sorry. I finally come to my senses and plop back in my seat, staring very resolutely out of the window. What the heck was I just doing? Rui, this is Rui Hayata, the girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. And now the silence is suffocating. So... We immediately pause, eyes cutting between the window and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I didn't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence. Again. We stop again. Awkward. So awkward. What were you going to say? Just, do you like trees? I feel a sudden impulse to bash my head into the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Oh yes, Yama is the smoothest. Sure, they're like normal trees, I guess? Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. I have something to say. Is she going to say what I think she's going to say? No. I have a better idea. You didn't even know what I was going to say. Still, it's a better idea. Well, okay. She seems genuinely annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved? Relieved that she won't have to say anything embarrassing? So, what's this better idea? In hindsight, I really should have thought something before claiming so. Not that I had the luxury anyway. Oh, Yama. Well, I was gonna say that a simple, kind of crazy idea leaps into my head and I go for it. Shh. What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Rui's face transforms as she curiously surveys my actions. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something out from beneath the seat. Bugged. Well, why? Shh, Agent Hayata. Don't make another move. I slowly peer out the window, silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Rui's forgotten about what she's gonna say. But just for good measure, I throw myself to the floor with a yell. Rui instinctively follows. They've got RPGs. Houston, we have a problem. I start shaking the box again. Rui imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oh, direct hit, Commander. Shield's at 23%. I'm a bit busy. This is ridiculous. I mime fighting some sort of alien and pretend to kick it out of the car. They have borders? Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do. A silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze. Let's give him one hell of a show. You got it, Commander. With renowned enthusiasm, she whips about, slamming her hands against the cushions. The car shakes with enemy fire, but she returns her focus. Stay on target. Stay on target. The car screeches with speed as she hones in at the mothership, right as the weak point. Stay on target. Mister, it's time for you to disembark. We abruptly yanked back into reality. Rui is leaning over the cushions, mashing her hands against the imaginary controls, while I'm by the window fighting off non-existent boarders. The flush of embarrassment that creeps up my neck is mimicked on Rui's end. Sorry, really sorry. We creep out of the car, feeling the attendant's eyes weighing heavily on our backs. I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, you do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. There's a pun there somewhere, but I can't find it. You can ask Akira. She's the queen of puns. We grin at each other like a pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Rue's gaze fixes between me and the ground. Yama? It happens in one fluid motion. She steps forward, gently pinches the edge of my sleeve between her fingers, tiptoes, and softly, hesitantly places her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register, she retracts, cheeks flushing. Thank you. She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hand against my cheek. Why would you do something like that? Why? Hey Cap, if you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready. I force myself out of my stupor and amble over to the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. This first, think later. Where should we go next? Before I can decide on another attraction, a ringtone cuts through the silence. Masato sheepishly digs his phone out of his pocket. Sorry, alarm. I check my own phone, 6 p.m. Technically, Misato's curfew. Thanks for the fun, guys, but I gotta go. Peace. I also have some things to do, but this was remarkably fun. Thank you. You guys are leaving? But there's so many more adventures to be had. Honestly, even I'm a bit worn out from all the excitement. I'm heading back too, but you guys should stay if you want. I need to leave as well. Both of you? It's okay, Rui. We'll just have to make up for their ticket costs. Surprisingly, Rui turns to Irie with a smile. Wanna try the roller coaster over there? Okay. We exchange quick farewells before Rui, Irie, Akira, and Yahiko race off to a serpentine roller coaster in the distance. I split ways with the others at the academy dorms and head to my apartment. Walking along the streets is a cold reminder of the true state of life. Gone are the festive colors, energetic children, and high-cutting attractions at every corner. Instead, I'm surrounded by digital posters, newspapers, and the faraway whine of police sirens. Out of curiosity, I steal a glance at the digital newsstand. Mayor conference will reveal plan over national news network by next month. Plans, government, all useless. Technically, Isamu is only doing this well due to the efforts of local authority, but I can't trust anyone who's paid to make decisions for everyone other than themselves. Excuse me, you're an academy student. My attention immediately switches from the headlines to a police officer behind me. I immediately feel a thrill of adrenaline through my veins. Calm down, it's not like I've done anything wrong. Yes, sir. Where are you headed? Just passing through. He evaluates me for a moment with an unreadable expression. Come with me, we've got some questions we need to ask you. No. Bile rises to my throat. I struggle to force my mind into submission. Just follow him, just follow him, just... Oh. Oh, scary flashbacks. Is that his sister? Is what that is? It's like his sister's death is what we're seeing flashbacks of. Ugh. Where am I? Pulse racing, head spinning, deep breath, freeze my limbs, close my eyes. Right. Apartment, sofa, shelves, plant, kitchen, television. This is my apartment. No threats, no problems, no people. I'm fine. Unhurt. I'm fine. After a few moments where I agonizingly train my system back into its ordinary physiological state, I check the time. 9 p.m. 3 hours. Gone. I suffocate the returning sense of panic rifling through my phone. No new messages, no phone calls, no incoming or outgoing, no emails or new appointments. In other words, no idea of what I've been doing or who I was. Why is it back? It should be gone. I thought it was over. Stop, calm down. First, my present state. No injuries, I'm full too, so I guess I eat dinner. I noticed a handful of textbooks strewn around the coffee table. Was I trying to study? They're definitely my textbooks. So, I'm fine. For the moment. Question is, what happened in the gap? I fumble over the kitchen, digging my anxiety meds out of the cabinet. 5 years. 5 years since I had to use these. Here I was thinking that I'd never need them again, allowing myself to forget. Silly me. That is how anxiety medication is, in my experience. My vision crosses for a moment as I gulp them down. Ugh, I'll never get used to that feeling. But thankfully my pulse slows and my breathing evens out. I let my limbs sink into the sofa, staring idly at the ceiling. Right, I'm fine. Tears surge to my eyes, but they're purely chemical. A response of fright, something that always plagues me after one of these lapses. I get hormonal like a teenage girl fresh out of her breakup, but it's just my brain lying to me. It likes to do that, my brain. It's a pathological liar. Nor does it stop at these random mood swings. Sometimes the world just seems so distant, shut away, like I'm standing at the edge of this universe. If I had to describe the feeling in one word, surreal. Like have one foot in the wrong dimension. When I get like this, I have to fight against it. Remember that I'm here. Life's here. The world is here. And there are tastes and smells and sensations for a reason. But sometimes, there's just a tiny trickle of doubt in the back of my mind. Am I real? No, not that, not exactly. Of course, I exist in the technical sense of the word. But rather, Am I sensing everything correctly? If my brain is lying to me about my emotions, what's to say it's not lying to me about anything else? When you hear someone talk, you don't hear it how they deliver it. You hear it how you perceive it, regardless of what their intention is. The frightening, infamous words like "I like you" can be terrified, or you can be thrilled. You might even be a mixture of both. But the only thing that matters is how you take it, not how the other person said it. Maybe they wanted you to be happy or guilty or angry, but what they want doesn't necessarily carry across. It's the same for when you see something. Everyone looks at an advertisement a different way. Everyone takes fashion sense a different way. Presenting a piece of contemporary art in front of a panel of critics will always gather a wide range of responses, so long as the audience is extensive enough. Nothing is absolute. Everything is just how it's perceived. That's what people like to say, in my opinion. That's the easy way out. But I think there's something absolute. Somewhere there are rules written in stone, or the essence of an object, something that's unchangeable and is there whether you like it or not. And yet, if there's something absolute, then some people and their perceptions are right and others are wrong. What if I'm wrong? What if everything I sense is a lie? Ah, that's right. When lapses happen, I think too much. My former therapist liked to say that I'm just trying to ground myself, re-solidify my values, remember who I am. All I really gather from that explanation is that my brain is a huge pain, over-emotional, overthinking, overbearing. Thankfully, I can already sense that I'm recovering. My heart rate is stabilizing, and my breathing is even. I vaguely remember little bits of advice from my therapist. Ground yourself with something physical. Identify your negative thoughts and replace them. Accept your anxiety. It's a little alien coming back to the process after so many calm years, after I filter through it easily, like getting back on a bicycle after a hiatus. Good. Looks like the spell's passed. I better get to bed. Oh, poor Yama. Poor Yama. I've had anxiety issues. I know what that's like. Although, this is a little scarier. Sleep is the fastest way to recover my memories. Welcome or unwelcome. For your cooperation, Mr. Ishimoto, would you like one of us to escort you back? I'm fine, thanks. Very well. Be sure to notify us immediately if you notice anything unusual. I will. What possessed me to buy so many groceries? Something doesn't taste right. How did we make it again? Got stopped by the police. What for? Public disturbance? I was behaving myself, thank you very much. Uh-huh, sure. They just asked me if I saw anything out of the ordinary at school. What did you tell them? I hadn't, but I keep my eye out. Wow, such a tame response. I'll listen to anyone who has the power to put me in jail. Sure you do. Look. What? It's just, I'm not going to be around all the time to watch out for you. You don't need to. I'm going to be gone tomorrow, okay? For the morning. What does that have to do with anything? Just, don't be an idiot. Oh wait, I guess that's impossible. You're in a weird mood. You're weird all the time. See ya. Bye. Time to rise and shine. Sleep is a marvelous thing. Everything looks brighter after a good night's rest. And sometimes when you have random memory lapses, you get to recall events that you were once forced to forget. For example, the police investigation. Thankfully, it didn't look like anything unusual. I should have known that honestly, since I didn't find myself in prison. Bought groceries, made dinner, called Rui, nothing out of the ordinary. The only potential lapse trigger was being approached by the police. but from the looks of it, I had nothing to worry about. So that leaves me with the atypical relaxing Sunday with nothing to do. Good, I can deal with that. What's this? Crimson Crusade, LimniPost.com. Hello, Wanderer. What the Crimson Crusade? Who's that? Okay. Some days I like to look at the sky and figure out what the weather will be like instead of reading the forecast. I'm usually wrong, but it's pretty fun. It feels like you share a secret with the sky. Is there anything you like to do? Is there anything you'd like to do even if it doesn't make much sense? I guess we're replying without choice. Sorry, I think you have the wrong address. I'm just about to stuff my phone in my pocket, but it immediately lights up again. I don't think so. What's your name? Right, that's not sketchy at all. My name is Guru Kapulti, and I'm an obese mountain troll who dines upon the flesh of humanity. LOL, me troll. This time my phone remains silent for a while. Satisfied, I lower it. Really? I see. Why do you own a smartphone? The heck? See, at this point you should just, stop talking. Are you discriminating against me just because I happen to be a mountain troll? And to answer your question, human service providers are much better than troll service providers. What am I even saying? I was wondering that too, Yama. Oh. There's another thing. I see, that makes sense. If that's the case, how's life been as a troll? I can't take this person seriously anymore. I tossed the phone on the table without replying, cramming more cereal into my mouth. What a weird individual. Even if it was kind of fun that they played along. What is it now? Oh, Shigure. Ishiyama television post-haste. Intrigued, I switched the television on. I'm greeted with yet another lovely news report. Trustworthy sources have informed us that the sudden string of disappearances has increased to 3 innocent students. In this trying time, we must look not only for assistance but for the truth. It is well known that the authorities have recently set their sights on demolishing the infamous forest of Isamu. Curious, really, this misfortune follows hot on the heels of the recent push for the Building Act. Perhaps in an odd way, the Isamu force is simply fighting back. I immediately shut it off. Sensationalist news as usual. What does Shigure want me to see? Murder music is playing. I don't see anything new. You never see anything at all. Look harder. This woman, what's up with her? We already know that there were 3 disappearances. Everything else is hearsay. The news can't know for sure that the Isamu force has anything to do with the case. They're just scapegoating it as part of the political movement. Unless Shigure is saying the media's accusation is suspicious in and of itself. Come to think of it, why would they be so quick to point fingers at an insignificant little forest? Of all things to blame, trees? Maybe she wants me to investigate. Then again, I'd rather not go alone. Aren't you listening, Yama? Rui can't be there. Hey, I wait for a minute. I wait for a few minutes, but there's no response. Right. She said she's going to be gone this morning. But it's kind of past morning, isn't it? I check up on her social media. No check-ins, no photos, no statuses. Not since last night at 11 p.m. After curfew. Back at her dorm. Did Rui get kidnapped? Just like the other three. So, I know I sound like a creep, but what are you doing? Still nothing. I struggle to quench the rising sense of panic as I turn to another source. Have you seen Rui? Yeah. Where? Yesterday, dude. We were at the park, lol. I mean after that. We went back to the dorms. So you didn't see her? No? When did you last see her? Like 11:30 or something. Why? Nothing. Don't panic. You're overreacting. Keep calm. Akira would know. Akira's her roommate. Hey. Sepperoni, Commander. How goes the date? The what? Huh? Rui said she was going to meet up with you this morning. She did? Yeah, she seemed super excited about it too. She was gone by the time I woke up, so you guys having a great time? Wait. She doesn't know? No one knows? Rui's been gone since 11:30 last night. Alright, we'll stop here. For this episode, we'll figure out what happened to Rui. It's scary, given the situation. If you haven't liked, comment, and subscribe, I am tatocat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.